Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Griever Productions. Let's settle in for this one, because this one is going to be interesting. I've decided I'm going to do a comparison video. Now, this is not a who did it better scenario by any means. I've just noticed that there are a lot of artists that have come through my channel that have been said to me have done Oh Holy Night, or a version of Oh Holy Night, right? So I want to do them all together. I want to listen to them all. I want to compare all three and give my thoughts as to where people did things better. But keep in mind, please, a lot of what I'm going to be talking about are basically opinions, right? I'm going to explain vocally what someone does, and I will explain what my preferences are to hear. But that doesn't mean that any of them is particularly better than any of the other, right? In fact, in the comments below, I wouldn't mind hearing your opinions on all of this. Now, keep in mind, if any of the comments start to get any form of bickering to the point where it's not diplomatic, I'll get rid of the comments, right? I don't want any form of negativity in the comments below. But discussing is a different thing altogether. Discussing what you do like and what you don't like, that's another thing. So, before we begin, I'm going to quickly get changed because we're in for a long one. Give me a moment. Alright. There we are. I thought I would get comfortable. Now, three vocalists here. Three very different styles. Now, don't get me wrong, you are more than welcome to skip ahead to any of the artists that I have in this video. But this is the one that I want to start with, because this one I've heard before. In fact, this is one that one of my previous singing teachers brought to my attention. This gentleman is a gentleman by the name of David Phelps. And this version of this song is absolutely stunning, and we're going to go through it, and this will be probably the quicker one of the two. Of the three, because we're going to be looking at three of them. And I want to kind of break down bits and pieces as to why it is so stunning. Then we're going to move on. So let's have a look at this. Oh, and keep in mind, the video quality is very poor on this. It is very, very grainy. It is very faded. It's very old, I believe. Yeah, so this was uploaded 12 years ago. And still beautiful. Still beautiful, so let's have a listen.
The stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth, and long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared and the soul felt its worth.
Okay. So, I want to stop it there just for a moment, because the thing that this gentleman focuses on with this particular song, right, is the beauty of the song. How beautiful it is. How emotional how much emotion he is showing in the song itself, right? It is a stunning, stunning version, and the key in which it's in, it's very high. This gentleman is he is flirting with the line between his chest voice, his mixed voice, and his falsetto the whole way through, and yet you can't hear it. until you kind of break it down and you go, oh, that's where this part of his voice is. That's where this part of his voice is. You can't break it down. It is seamless. It is seamless. Think of it like a car, right? What a lot of people will do is when they're changing into those different areas of the voice, it's like changing gear, and you've got that clunk. There is a noticeable clunk and change in the shift, like in the gear itself, right? But you can't tell with him. It's beautiful.
A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees, oh, hear the angel voices, oh, night divine, oh, night when Christ was born.
And now I need to go back. Here. That change here, into the divine.
Night divine.
Going all out like that, and then pulling it back live. Then divine, now night divine. Like bringing that back into a falsetto and into that really beautiful, emotional, tender tone. Not easy to do. It's not.
I know night when Christ was born. Oh, night divine. Oh, night divine. Truly, he taught us to love one another. His law is love, and his gospel is peace. Chains shall he break, for the slave is our brother, and in his name all oppression shall cease. Sweet hymns of joy in grateful chorus raise we, let all
Wait for it.
within us praise his holy name.
Ah. It's very cool. So basically, the rundown that I have, on this is this gentleman has insane control. insane control, and you can tell it's almost like a religious experience just hearing this, right? When that chorus comes in at the end to accompany him, and then he starts doing all of these extra little trills, it's stunning. It's absolutely stunning. The song is brilliant. He does it insanely well. So now, for something entirely different. This one is the first one I haven't heard. So both Dan's and Tommy's I haven't heard yet. People have been saying, get onto these. And I thought, hey, let's do this comparison. So, let's listen to Dan. Why am I having buffering issues?
The stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth.
Very low, very low.
Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared and the soul felt its worth.
Can I just say, right, so we've heard Dan do a couple of different things on this channel now, and this is being done more, I want to say more traditionally, like more traditional, like Christmas-themed style, and yet it's stunning. Like, there's not much that this guy's voice can't do, is there? Like, it is really beautiful in those lower tones. It's something else.
A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees, oh hear the angel voices, oh night divine, oh night when Christ was born.
Now, I realize what I said when I said that he's doing it more traditionally, and I meant vocally more traditionally up until this point, because I imagine it's going to change. I imagine it's going to change quite drastically. But I want to point out, it is beautifully sung. Beautifully sung. There's no issues there.
Gospel is peace. Chains shall he break for the
No. Go back. That was
chains. His law is love.
That's cool.
And his gospel is peace. Chains shall
cool.
he
I like
break for the slave is our brother, and in his name all oppression shall cease. Sweet hymns of joy in grateful chorus raise we, let all earth and us praise his holy name. Christ is the Lord.
That's so cool. I forgot that I was actually meant to give commentary, but hey, people will be glad I didn't pause the video. Okay, so very cool. That second section there, where he started going to the more heavy metal thing, I think that's really cool. I think that this particular version is very interesting in the sense that it's not a song for everybody, especially that first version, right? That first version is very kind of classical orientated. It's very much in the traditional sense where it is just basically done just as a religious hymn almost. And then in this particular one, it's still shown that same respect, obviously, but the addition to use all of the harsher tones and this awesome guitar. I think I saw that it was the guitar nerd that played the guitar for it. Awesome. It's awesome. I really enjoyed this. I think that is definitely, I can see that is a huge appeal to people because these sorts of songs, right, especially when we get to around Christmas time, we hear them to death. Everyone does them, right? And everyone does them exactly the same. So doing this version is so refreshing to people. And it's flawless. It's flawless vocally. It's just that it would be so refreshing to people that people would be more inclined to go, I'm going to listen to that version than, say, the more traditional, like Josh Groban's or something like that. All right, now, this particular one, I'm very excited to hear because from what I understand, this is being sung in Swedish on the on his Christmas album, I believe. Not 100% sure, but let's have a listen. I'm always keen to hear some Tommy, and I think this is interesting in Swedish. I've never heard Swedish, so this will be interesting for me to hear.
O helga natt, o helga stund för världen, då gudamänniskan till jorden steg ner för att försona världens brott och synder, för oss han dödens smärta led. Och hoppets stråle går igenom världen och ljuset skimrar över land och hav. Folk fall nu neder och hälsa glatt din frihet. Och helga natt, du frälsning åt oss gav. Och helga natt, du frälsning åt oss gav. Ty frälsaren krossat våra tunga bojor, vår jord är fri, himlen öppen nu är. Ut i din stad.
Sorry, let me pause it there. I know this is the first time I've paused it because I kind of wanted to let it sing through, right? I need to point out the beauty in which he is singing this. I think that it is stunning how beautiful his control is, where I'm kind of enraptured in what he's singing. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't know Swedish, but obviously knowing what the song is and the lyrics of the song, I can kind of infer what's being said, right? But that emotion is still beautiful and it is still there, and the vocal control is really, really nice. Really nice.
Du ser en älskad broder och ser din ovän blir dig kär. Från himlen bragte frälsaren och fyren för oss han nedsteg i sin stilla grav.
Oh, man. Wow. Okay. So there you have O Helga Natt. Far out, man. So the part of why I wanted to do this comparison, right, is because what we have here, and I thought this might be the case, is that we have three incredibly different versions of this song. Incredibly different. We have the first, done by David Phelps, which is beautifully sung. The guy's voice is outstanding, but what we kind of deal with in that is a far more traditional version. That one was recorded 12 years ago and uploaded 12 years ago. And so if that were to be released today, I'm not entirely sure how well that one would go. I don't know what the kind of commercial success was before either, but it is a more traditional version sung beautifully, right? Then you've got this version, right? So O Helga Natt, which Tommy has done, and I will get to Dan's. I haven't forgotten about Dan's. You've got this version, which again is a little bit more along the traditional sort of side of things, right? Where if you were to release this one today, I feel like it would have further commercial success. Like, let's say that they were all on equal footing when they were released for commercial success, right? I feel like this one would release with better success today if they were all released today. Due to the fact of the combination of insanely traditional beginning, the addition of the guitars later on, and just a little bit of change in the vocal, adding a few of those high heavy metal sort of vocals in there. And then you've got Dan's version, right? Where if you were to release that, it would be so refreshing to so many people, because you would hear it and you'd go, I'd prefer to hear that, because it is so incredibly different to the other two, and different to everyone else. Now, I don't want anybody to ever think that when I'm saying it's very different, to say that it's anything, that it's worse. It's not, by any means. We have three very different songs by three very different artists, and they have all done incredible, incredible jobs. What I would like, in the comments below, let me know who your favorite was. I don't know who my favorite is, to be quite honest. I thought I was going to go into this and have David Phelps as my favorite throughout the whole thing, but I don't know, because fact of the matter is, again, I would listen to Dan's over the other two, because we hear these songs over and over again once we get into the Christmas sort of part of the year. But Tommy's is incredibly well sung. incredibly well sung and is absolutely beautiful. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what my favorite one is. So anyway, that's all I have for today. So like and favorite if you enjoyed, subscribe, do all that sort of thing. And I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.